Today we're going to check out a solo in a song called I'll Take Care of You. Now this solo is taken by Joe Bonamassa. He performs it live with Beth Hart at the Beacon Theatre in New York. The solo is unbelievable. It's really, really cool. Now the song is actually a cover written by Brooke Benton in the late 50s and recorded by Bobby Bland in, I think, 1959. Go and check out the original. They don't stray too far from it. It's a really, really cool sort of 6/8 groove. Really simple progression. We're going to jump straight into it. Pretty cool, right? So it's not going to be a note-for-note playthrough or transcription. However, I will have some isolated videos and tab available for a few of the licks that Joe plays on my Patreon page. The link's in the description if you want to dig a little bit deeper. In this video, I'm just going to play through and break down some really, really awesome parts that Joe plays. Now, he's unbelievable. I don't know why he gets so much hate. When you listen to his playing over this track, it's just so emotional and so expressive. It's unbelievable. So let's dive right in. Yeah. Okay, cool. Let's check out that first phrase. So we're in the key of B flat minor, right? He's hitting stretching from the perfect fourth up to the perfect fifth. That's killer. That's cool, right? Wow. Really, really cool ideas. So that's just in that that minor pentatonic box that looks like this. Right, so really good use of really only 4 notes. And then we're back in position 1 here. Classic phrase, right? Wait. So we're stepping up really like a B flat minor scale here is pretty cool. And then reaching into that pentatonic box that we were at before. However, he's bending from the perfect fifth, which is 13th fret, and he's bending up a tone and a half. Right? Trying to get there. Cool. Really nice idea, right? Sticking around this kind of pentatonic shape here. And this is what I get from this. Like, I'm really, really not learning note for note stuff. I'm just trying to soak in, almost by osmosis, his ideas, his vibrato, his phrasing. It's sort of this 6/8 thing as well really gives you a nice sort of platform to do some free time stuff. And there is a really, really cool lick at the end, which we'll check out, as well as some of the tabbed out licks that'll be available on my Patreon page. But really try and soak in as we're going through what he's up to and how he gets around the neck. It's really, really interesting stuff. Right, so we're going from that kind of vibe, right? Pretty cool. Look at his face, he's absolutely loving that. I love that, right? And notice the target note B flat, we're in the key of B flat minor, so it's all really, really innate for him. But if we want to analyze it, yeah, he's hitting the chord tones there, of course. Whoa, okay, so this is kind of fast. Let's have a listen. Now, I think it might be that kind of thing. It might be that. Again, not from note for note, but the idea of raking almost like an arpeggio. So I guess you could think of it as B flat, and then, what is that, D flat? So the minor third, and then A flat on top, which is a flat 7, and then bending into the root note. And all I'm doing is just raking my pick down, almost like a sort of sweep pick, I guess. That's what he's doing. Listen to that vibrato as well. Really, really giving it some. Whoa. Awesome stuff. Really milking that release, right? So that's a cool sort of double stop bending idea from the perfect fourth to the fifth. Again, I think in terms of intervals, but that's 16th fret on the B. And then hitting the flat 7 on top, right, which is our 16th fret, which is A flat. That's classic sort of, you know, bluesy kind of vibe. Wow. Right. Still in this sort of pentatonic shape here. Right. Now this is over a B flat in the backing, in the chords, right? But he's hitting the perfect fifth of B flat. Sort of classic, emotive, expressive, bluesy kind of repetitive stuff. That's what I would call a unison bend, right? So bending from the 16th fret of the B string. And then our target note is F, which I'm doubling up on the E string. That's classic, right? Think about the articulation of that, the note length. Right? Adding a little bit more groove in there. Sounds cool. Yeah. Four-note phrase. Just really, really punishing the guitar there. It's tricky to do. Right? Bending up to the, what is that? The B flat, the root note. Finishing on that F, or the perfect fifth, right? So you've got this. And then he's going into the second sort of part of that phrase, which is that four-note sort of thing. And then finishing it off with that F note there, which is also another chord tone. Now, I love this phrase. This is cool. Let me work it out. That's awesome. Tone and a half bend. So we're from the 16th fret going into the perfect fifth and then bending a tone and a half. Sounds really, really cool. And then back down. And then hitting the G string, whatever fret that is, 18th fret with a full tone. That sounds cool, right? I think he does that. Again, target note, B flat, 15th fret. This is the classic position, pentatonic shape number 5, or position 5. I did a video recently, which I'll link here, just going through a few different licks and ideas. And there's also another lick I checked out in this solo, which we'll go through that that really, really features, it's classic Bonamassa, really features the pentatonic shape number 5. He gets a real fast sort of run, which we'll check out in a second. But listen to this. Oh, I just love that. You know, like on first listen, you pick up just the notes and then you listen again and you get really, really more and more detailed. The microscope sort of gets magnified the more and more you get into it. That's really, really cool. That sort of really awesome. Yeah, that phrase is killer. Finishes on the flat 7, which is a chord tone of B flat minor 7, right? Kind of leaves it open-ended. I like that. Similar vibe, adding that minor 9. Right, adding that major 9 to a minor chord, like we did before when we went. So he is thinking that kind of dark tonality of the adding that B flat minor 9 sound, right? Sounds cool. Woo! This is what I'm talking about. So the tab to this lick will be on my Patreon page because it's unbelievable. I'll also go through a little bit more of a detailed breakdown, but it is in that pentatonic position number 5, as I said before. Tone and a half bend. Something like that. So we got a tone and a half bend going chromatically down from the 5th through the blues note to the perfect 4th, I think, and then he goes descending through the minor pentatonic scale and then back up. And then back down, and then he adds the major 9 back up to the 4th, landing on the flat 7 there. So far it's this. And then he goes back up to the minor 3rd, descends back down, but I think he plays it in a different position, but this feels good to me, so I'm just going down to, I guess, I don't know what that is, the 4th position box, right? Right, so we've got 2 groups of 4 here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then hitting the root note and bending up a full tone to the major 9 again. Really, really nice sound. Right, so the tab to that will be on my Patreon page. I'll do a little bit more of a detailed breakdown, but let's move on. Really free time, right? There's no, I mean, on you know, the first few listens, I don't really hear quite a solid beat, but it's just flowing. It's just really, really fluid. Let me see if I can play it. Even though it is free time, I'll give it a go just to soak in that phrasing because it is very, very cool. Pretty cool, right? And then let's have a listen to the rest of it. All right, minor 3rd, 4th, bending up to the 5th. Cool phrasing. Yeah, yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So let's look at those 2 things. So over the B flat, he's just hitting minor 3rd and the 5th, right? Those kind of things. I think he's just doing quarter notes. Just really giving a lot of attitude. And then over the 5 chord, which is F minor, he's hitting the root note and then the minor 3rd of F, right? But in terms of B flat minor, which you might be thinking of, that's the 5th of B flat minor, and that's the flat 7, A flat, right? So F and A flat. And he's doing a triplet and sliding into it, right? And he lets the chords pass by for ages, just hanging on that, really, really building that intensity, that tension, and then releasing it in the start of the next chorus. Check it out. Oh yeah. Almost like a call and response kind of thing, right? So I'm at B flat, and I'm bending up. He sort of hits the 2nd and then bends into the minor 3rd a little bit more. And then lands on the root note, a lot of vibrato. And then the 2nd time, landing on the 5th there, right? He's got that kind of fast, shaky vibrato, sort of really bluesy, really, really cool. Alright, I'm not even going to bother to slow that down. I'm just going to give you the concept of what he's doing, and I think in the position that he's doing it. Could be there. But then I feel like he's playing that kind of thing. But basically what it is, he's doing a natural minor scale And I'd have to slow it down and get really in depth, which I can do. And then he's going down to the through the minor pentatonic scale. I think he might hit the 9th there. And then sliding into position 1, right? So it's a really nice idea. Hitting that natural minor scale, sort of free-flowing, doing some, it could be 4-note passages. Right? Back to this position, he loves this spot. Again, hitting that that bendy double stop that we did before, really, really cool. Whoa. Okay, this is where the 5 chord is F7. This is really the first time he delves outside of, you know, minor or pentatonic. He's highlighting that F, so he's definitely, you know, he knows what he's doing, obviously. Right? I love that bending into the major third of F. That's what he's sort of thinking. So here it's B flat natural minor, right? And then he's hitting the major third of F, bending up to the sus4 and then returning, just to highlight that 5 chord. And then back to B flat minor pentatonic. He loves sliding into that first position. Which sounds cool. Yeah, so then just down the Dorian scale, I guess, or like the minor pentatonic with an added 9th or an added 2nd. I hit the A flat there, and then into B flat. Just the last note. So there's heaps of cool stuff there. Again, as I said before, I'm not doing it note for note. You can get a lot of good moments out of that solo, which will all be on my Patreon page. There'll probably be about 4 or 5 different licks with tab, all that kind of stuff, isolated videos. I specifically really do want to get this one because there's some really, really awesome stuff in there. It's really, really classic Bonamassa, as well as this one. Try and get that one happening for the Patreon members there as well. Thanks again for watching, guys. I'm going to try and do a few more of these, breaking down these masterful solos. It's a heap of fun. I hope you got something out of it. I'll see you on the next one. Cheers.